Hello, my name's Simonize, and welcome to another Simonize stream. This is part 2 of the stream today. We started our hardcore classic journey earlier, and leveling up our rogue. We made it up to level 11 without dying so far, and that's going well. But now it's time for our Ulduar 25-man GDKP. So that's what this video is going to be. If you're watching here on YouTube, don't forget to go down below the video, leave a like, and maybe a subscribe to the Simonize Show TV if you like watching my VODs on YouTube. And if you're here live on Twitch, hello, welcome. Let's have a good raid. We're going to play on Simonize 2 today. This is actually my least geared rogue, believe it or not. But even being my least geared of my 3 rogues, it's still pretty good. Easily the most embarrassing piece of loot we're using right now is the wrist wraps of the Cutthroat. So if we see either Mechanist bindings off of Flame Leviathan, or even better, solar bindings off of Algalon, that would be super hype. We're also looking for Pendulum off of Vezax, Shoulder Pads of the Intruder off of Iron Council, Drape of Icy Intent off of Hodir, Embrace of the Gladiator off of Thorim, Blade Twister off of Freya, Comet's Trail would be good, also Blood of the Old God would be good, and then most of this is perfect. This Cunning Deception we could use or we could pass on. It's a big deal for combat. It's not really that big of a deal for Assassination. Yeah, so like, unlike my other characters, this character needs a whole bunch of stuff. Whereas most of my other characters, they're down to needing just like 2 or 3 more items. Today, we aren't as rich as we've been in the past. We have 36,000 gold, which might buy us something, depending on what it is. Like, I wouldn't go 36k on, you know, Mechanist bindings off of Flame Leviathan, but like, if we see something big, like, I mean, frankly, if I could get Comet's Trail for 36, I'd be pretty happy with that. I don't think that's something we could even afford. But the last, like, Embrace of the Gladiator in this raid went pretty cheap. You know, that's a big deal item for us that is probably affordable. Solar Bindings might happen also. You know, the last Shoulder Pads of the Intruder went for, I think, 20k. You know, we do actually have enough gold to afford something, perhaps. You know, maybe this week some other people show up with huge amounts of gold and just bid like insane. And, you know, if that happens, well, then we're just going to walk out with like a 20 or 30,000 gold payout. And that'll be great, too. So that's something I kind of like about GDKP raiding, actually, is like, you know you're always going to walk away from the raid with something valuable. Either a fat sack of gold or some sick-ass items. Now, I want to check. Last night I went through my bank alt and tried to sell as much stuff as I possibly could. A lot of it sold, and then I had to relist some of it. I want to see, oh, what the hell is going on here? Great Feast, spelling out LOL. Okay. Milwa says, good luck in raid, bud. Thank you. Oh, look at this. We sold living action potions. We sold Fiery Cores, Essence of Fire, Gift of Arthas at 24 gold a piece. Those actually sold. Crystal Shards. Wow, oh, we sold a lot of stuff. Since last I checked, we sold some Bijous. Okay, we have a bit more gold here. We had 100 gold on this character before I opened the mailbox. This is... wow, 492 more gold. Simonize 2, golds, 492, 492, send. Look at that. Look, now we went from 36,000 gold to 36,500 gold. Huge difference. Big money. Yeah, right? It is what it is. So, the town specs we're going to play. The main spec we're going to use most of the time is just going to be standard Hunger for Blood Assassination. Looks like this. 13 in combat. 7 in assassination. With Mutilate, Hunger, and Faint. And then the secondary spec we're going to use is a Mutilate Blade Flurry build, referred to as a chicken spec. There's too many variants. We started to need to give them special names to clearly differentiate between them. Muya64 says hello. Hi. How's it going? So this one goes not as much into assassination, only 45 points in. We don't take Cut to the Chase, we don't take Hunger for Blood. We go deeper into combat. We get a couple more points in close quarters combat, we get Slice and Dice, we get Lightning Reflexes, and we get Blade Flurry. And Blade Flurry is the goal here. That's like the big talent we're picking up. And then Subtlety suffers a little bit. We don't get the Ranks of Opportunity, but we still get the Ranks of Relentless Strikes. Glyphs look like Slice, Blade Flurry, Mutilate, and we will switch that to have a Fan of Knives glyph when we use this for a big AoE pull. But this is how we'll have it set up for Kologarn, Oriaya, and Freya. And then after Freya, maybe we use this for Mimiron also. I think we should use it for Mimiron also, actually. So after Mimiron, we'll switch out the Slice glyph for a Fan glyph, because we're going to use this for AoEing the trash mobs before General Vezax. In the past, we've done a double pull with this group. I've been trying to convince them to do a triple pull. If we do a triple pull, we will easily break 100,000 DPS, assuming we stay alive. Which, to that end, we actually need to get some free action potion. If your guild is trying to do the double or triple pull of Vezax trash and they're struggling to stay alive, here's some good tips. 1, have your warlocks banish the fire elementals. 2, have your melees, like anyone who's going to be in melee range of the mobs, have them use free action potions. So free action potions will make you immune to movement impairing effects. One of the mobs casts Frost Nova, and the Frost Nova deals damage and immobilizes you. If you're immune to the immobilize effect via free action potion, it also prevents the damage portion. So using the free action potion helps you mitigate damage in that circumstance. And that's pretty good, honestly. Could maybe get more speed potions. I mean, 44 speed potions probably enough, but I always like having way more than enough so I don't have to even worry about it. Is this RuneScape music? No, this is Majora's Mask. Zelda, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Let's get a couple more Potion of Speed. We're at a comfortable amount. My gear is fully repaired. Okay, that's good. Perfect. Do you think it would help if you'd use a weak aura that shows your active glyphs? I had one of those installed before, and then it didn't work right, and I never found one that did work properly. Majora's Mask music was so good, very eerie and creepy. Such nostalgia, yes. Let me see. Who was it that was off to, oh, Daring was off to figure out if AQ could be zoned into on the PTR. Just making sure I didn't miss anything, miss any chat messages. Okay, let me look at that weak aura. Let me see if it's got like a picture of it. Weak aura shows glyphs are currently active on your character. 1 row for major, 1 row for minor. Baseline. Okay, that looks good enough. Import. That should go into General Auras group. Rogue, Major, Minor. Never. Never load the minor glyphs. Load settings. Never. I do not give a fuck. Okay. Major glyphs. Align, grow, right. Uh-oh. There. Okay, so it should go here. Where can it go? Nah, maybe it should grow upwards. Then it can be there. And then I can scale the group. Position settings, group scale. Make it a little bit bigger. How does this look? Yeah, okay, that looks... Glyph, spec... Hang on, we're changing stuff up here. Glyphs. Make the group scale 2. That doesn't really look that good. Yeah. Good enough. I don't know. I think it was better off just being like talents, spec, glyphs. Wait, talents, gear, spec, gear, glyphs. Okay, what else do we need to set up here? I had a thought and it escaped me. Oh, I gotta go to the Discord for this run. The invites should be out. Join voice. There we go. Oh. You know what? I know what I screwed up. I know what I need to fix. There's an add-on. Curse Forge. Adjust raid frame size. History. Yeah, what do you need? What? Yes. Raid leader's making me do shit already? Raid hasn't even started yet. Okay. What we need to do is figure out how to adjust the raid frame settings to make them smaller. I know I did it on a different character, and there was just a text command that I could do. And my boy Rockman linked me to it, and then I didn't bookmark it, which was my own mistake. Here it is. Okay, I found it again. There we go. Now, we just copy-paste that into chat. And now, since we've copy-pasted that into chat, we can go to raid profiles and we can make the height incredibly small. And the width, wow, incredibly small. Yeah, let's make it just big enough to see for this group text to be there. And then we'll make them basically squares. And we'll show power bars, no. And wow, look at that. Now I have all this much more screen real estate. I can't put it behind that. Okay, whatever. Beautiful. I've done it, you guys. Daring, you say, it works to zone into AQ40. Excellent. Good news. That's excellent to hear. So, basically, make sure you've got your Alliance rogues on the PTR with your Cold Rage daggers and Frost Oil and Icy Chill enchants, because we're going to need to trigger a lot of frost effects to kill Viscidus. I'll put out the schedule for next week of raids. I'm thinking I'll do it Saturday next week, but I haven't decided on that yet. But it'll be out with the schedule when that comes out. And it'll be just like when we did Molten Core. Oh, there's probably two PTRs. Might have to specify which one. My thought, Daring, was like, I've got an Ulduar 10-man at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then that usually takes, less than 2 hours. About 2 hours. And then I'd go into the AQ thing right after that. And that puts it kind of late for AEU. But it should be good. Let's get all this bullshit off of our action bar. This is what we use for soloing. We don't need it when we're doing raids. What time EST would the AQ be? Likely, like, 3 EST, maybe 3:30 at the... 3 EST gives me 2 hours to finish Ulduar 10, which should be plenty. But, like, just hold on to your horses. I'll figure out the schedule and I'll post the official schedule, when I post the streams for next week. The stream times for next week. I don't want to, like, I haven't finalized this plan yet. We've got a Flame Leviathan set. Oh, I'm in combat. I cannot equip that. Okay. We're good. I got the Discord server up on the other monitor so that if they put out, like, assignments or something like that, I'll be able to read them. But yeah, we'll do AQ the same way we did Molten Core and Blackwing Lair, except it'll probably be way more exciting. The plan is start with a very small number of rogues, and then attempt to clear the raid. And every time the group wipes, you pull in another rogue from stream chat. And then, like, you just, you know, you keep throwing more rogues at each boss until the boss dies. Okay. How much gold do you spawn with on the PTR? I have no idea. I do not know. I haven't messed with PTR in quite a while. Oh, is he gonna get through, or is he locked? I think he's locked. Oh, he's effed. Unlucky. He's soulstoning himself. Look at that. Look at him go. Oh, he got it up. Just in time. Have fun in AQ40. Scarum is a bit buggy. I've been trying on my pally and weird stuff keeps happening. Whatever. We'll wipe a couple times. We'll add a couple more rogues. We'll get it down, I'm sure. Simon, you often pristine Monarch as orange gem, right? Is there a point where Wicked Monarch becomes more valuable? You're thinking about it wrong. The difference in value between those two different stats is just completely fucking irrelevant. You might be able to get a spreadsheet to tell you, or a simulator tool to tell you, that you gain a fraction of a DPS to switch your gem, or maybe even one whole DPS on your 10,000 DPS character. But you know what? It doesn't fucking matter. Your character deals 10,000 damage per second. Which gem you choose, and the difference between those stats does not matter. And I do not waste any of my time thinking about it. Because it's just completely insignificant. Alright, raid's supposed to start in 11 minutes. I should make a weak aura for my hardcore character that's just a giant fucking health bar that plays an alert when my health gets low, like an audio cue, like an air horn when I drop to 20% or something like that. I think that would be helpful on my hardcore character. So we're just chilling. Looks like we gotta get 2 more people in the raid here. We can get our Tricks of the Trade set up. We want tricks onto not Rosler. We want it onto Belita. Save. And then Peachy Vegan usually plays Demonology. Let's see what he's up to today. Pretty fucking geared. If he's on Affliction, we're gonna cryo. Oh, he's on Affliction today. Hazel, you going with this Affliction spec today? Okay. Setting up this Tricks of the Trade macro for, you know, optimal Warlock assignment. I mean, usually you want to Tricks a Warlock, let them snapshot their corruption, and then you, like, fuck off and Tricks like a Frost DK after that if you want to get really precise about it. I mean, like, Warrior on Iron Council is pretty good because they can Whirlwind all 3 targets at the same time. It's because I wasn't there. The Warrior's trying to flex. He's like, yeah, I was top Algalon DPS. And I was like, yeah, because I wasn't there. And then he was like, yeah, I mean, that's probably true, but it's embarrassing for the rest of the people here. Nana Mo Pippin says, after watching Zepla, MTQ Capture, Arthur's Savix, Matsui Zikai, Asmongold, Haru Hisatsu, Pint, Kogan, FX14 Twitch streams, Twitch recommended me your streams. Well, welcome. We don't do Final Fantasy XIV here. We just do World of Warcraft. We're pretty fucking degenerate. That's all, you know, pretty much all we do. I'm looking forward to playing some Diablo 4 on stream when that comes out, though. We played the fuck out of the beta. That was amazing. Yeah, welcome. We're gonna be playing on Assassination Rogue tonight. We're doing Ulduar 25 man. This is gonna be an all hard modes group. These guys are they're kind of pumpers. This is a good group, and they do GDKP for the loot, which means all the items get bid off for gold. Highest gold bidder gets the item, very simple. And then at the end of the raid, all the winning bids are collected and distributed back to the raiders. You know, distributed evenly to the raiders, except the host gets a little bit extra because they do a lot of extra work organizing the run. Oh, shit, Flame Leviathan assignments just dropped. Let's check it out. Passenger in a siege engine. Let's go. That job is easy as fuck. I love getting easy as fuck jobs. So what we do on Flame Leviathan is we select all of our gear so that it's the highest possible item level. Because that's all that really matters when we go into a vehicle. The vehicle's stats scale with your average item level. So, like, we even just have this, like, unsocketed, unenchanted thing, legs here, because it's eye level 238, which is higher than our other leg options. Jaggy says, hello? What is up? King Dill says, I did not know that about Flame Leviathan. I'm not sure if you're trolling or you genuinely just learned that. But, yes, that's true. Like, we have this PvP thing also, because our other bracer's only 213, 232. Highest item level stuff. Not trolling. Well, glad to hear it. Learn something new every day. Now, we are supposed to be the gunner for Magnolias. Maniac. Pink Magnolia. Who is Maniac? Target Magnolia. Who Mask, Peachy Vegan, Mosquitoes. Alright, I just have to ask who Magnolia is. All the assignments are done by Discord name and not character name, which sometimes causes some confusion. Okay, Magnolia, aka Stump DK. Maniac, Stump DK. This is the one we've got to jump into. There we go. Has your guild done Herald of the Titans or plan to? I don't think we plan on doing Herald of the Titans. My guild's largely focused on speedrunning, not like chasing random titles and achievements, you know? It's just like making Algalon more difficult, and then you get a title, and it's like, so what? None of us really care about that too much. Okay, we're going. My damage output on that boss is actually irrelevant compared to the Demolishers, so not gonna waste my time doing that. Oh, is it on us? No, it's not. It's on someone else. I'm just gonna keep an eye out for shooting down Pyrite. And there's gonna be plants that spawn in the corners that I'm gonna have to shoot also. Much more important stuff. We can light the tar on fire with a mortar shot. We can mortar shot these guys. Help kill the ads. Big dam. Pretty nice. Oh shit, someone's frozen. We gotta break them out. Okay. Still some ads down. Okay. More pyrites. Any more pyrites? There we go. Free them. Okay. People complaining about not much pyrite down, but it's like we've been shooting pretty much everything that's even spawned. Oh, look at that. That's some fucking pyrite right over there. Let's go. Get it. Get it, get it, get it. Whoa, someone's frozen over there. I don't think I can get him with my mortar. Oh, maybe I did get him. Someone got him. More pyrite. Dude, this is so hard to pitch your camera in a way where you can see things sometimes. So, not on us. Okay, that's fine. Lashers. Let's take care of some of these lashers. Is there any oil slicks on the ground that need to be lit on fire? Nope. Wait, some people I think are misunderstanding which door they're trying to move to. Okay, there we go. Boss is dead. Get back into my assassination gear, my, like, proper armor. What do we get? Boots of Fiery Resolution is the hard mode loot. Look at that. All my music that gets played, Dimas, is just video game soundtracks. Okay, instant poison there, deadly poison here. A weapon swap macro works properly. Flask. There's the feast. Here it is. Okay. We're in Blade Flurry build right now. I guess we could just Blade Flurry this first pack and then switch to Hunger for Blood build. I didn't stealth for overkill. Whoopsies. Come on. Got the Envenom. Nice. Okay. Activating primary spec. Going left. We're a little bit behind here. I don't know if being behind here is worth having that Blade Flurry on the first pull, but, you know, whatever. Cloak helps, it can resist the knockbacks here. We did it just a little bit too late. Switch to this guy. Throw a feint there. We're going to get bumped by that. Okay, that's fine. Stay on target is the main thing you want to think about when dealing damage. Good. Okay. Okay, Ignis. We want to pre-pot and then sprint.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your blood will temper the weapons used to
Good. Good position there. Stayed on him during that entire pull sequence. When he moves so much, it can be pretty difficult to maintain your attacks. Fix my Warlock buddy. Good. Got our speed potion and our vanish used with our second set of trinket procs. The speed potion probably should have been a little bit earlier, more synchronized with the pyrite trigger, but really worrying about that's a fairly minor thing. Doesn't really matter that much. Synchronize it kind of, and you know, whatever. Okay. Looking good, looking good. Big damage here.
Arise, soldiers of the Iron Crucible! The Maker's will be done! Burn! Burn in the Maker's fire!
Oh, they're trying to... I think they're trying to go kind of fast. They're talking about doing an AM Crusader aura after this boss. That's like, if anyone gives a shit about doing something like that, they care about going fast.
Arise, soldiers of the Iron
Mount.
The Maker's will be
Just watching a VOD of your raid, didn't realize the show was live. Well, welcome, Swampy Boxers. Welcome, welcome. We are live. We're just starting this Ulduar 25 GDKP right now. We killed Flame Leviathan. We killed Ignis. We're moving on to Razorscale. Swampy Boxers coming in with a tier 1. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. Is there a command for current gear on your rogue? Yes, there is. We're gonna stop attacking here because our trinkets are coming off. No, wait. We can go a little bit more. We'll be fine. Turret 4. I actually misjudged that. I thought it was spawning pretty soon. But I want pretty much all of my trinkets to be available right when the last turret goes live, so they're all up at the same time on the boss. So we'll look here. We lose a little bit on overall, but this is the boss parse strategy.
Run away.
If there any bleeds go on this. Tricks of the trade, our warlock buddy. Here we go.
She won't remain grounded for long.
Okay. Looking good. Everything is up. Here comes the knockback. And we vanish. Perfect. Didn't get knockback because we timed the vanish properly. Here's the end of the fight, basically. Oh my god. Turned her. Oh, I could have got one. I think I was just a little slow on pressing that final Envenom. I think I could have got one more Envenom off. So if we look at enemy damage taken, Razorscale, we're right near the top. Oh god, Peachy Vegan just demolished that boss. But we chose a strategy that dealt less overall damage to optimize boss damage. Our job is this parts recovery technician. Okay. I mean, where the fuck is this mob? Okay. The skull didn't get killed fast enough. That was a problem. Okay. Nah, dude, blind isn't even bound. I got too many different tricks of the trade binds to afford room for blind on my bar, okay? Agree or strongly agree? That's definitely a strongly agree right there. Rogue, best class in the game. Why is there an M right here? I'm not gonna worry about that.
3, 2, 1.
New toys for me? Oh, I promise I won't break them this time.
Good opener. Here we go. Big damn. Oh, I untargeted the heart for some reason. That was not big damn. Not very cash money of me. Okay. Back on the boss. So let's see. Next, Pyrite. Trinket. I'll use my Potion of Speed. And we just pray that we don't get too many gravity bombs, because those reduce our damage output. Because it's like a thing we have to run away from the boss for. There's an M because you took an... I don't know what that means. There we go, Pyrite's up. There's a speed potion. Tricks of the trade, my warlock buddy. Wonder if that M came from the Glyph add-on, or Glyph Weak Aura that I installed recently. Faint up. Looking good, looking good. Fine over here. Totally fine. At least it's not a gravity bomb that actually makes us lose damage. Nice. Praised Construct Ring. Gloves of the Steady Hand. Wait, are these good? Oh, Gloves of the Steady Hand. Someone's actually pogging out about those in voice chat right now. They must be good. Wait, did we get Mechanist bindings off of, the first boss? Let me see. I don't remember if we got Mechanist binding off of, first boss, and it scrolled out of my chat log.
5,
Does anyone in chat remember if there was Mechanist bindings?
2, 1.
Yeah, the boots are hard mode loot. Mechanist is actually just normal mode loot. So it could have been both. This does not show me the history. Slash loot is not helping me. Forgot to stealth there to get an extra overkill. It's okay, we'll just kill Algalon, he'll drop solar bindings, and we'll just get those. They're better anyways. But either of them are a pretty big upgrade over Wrist Wrap of the Cutthroat. That wasn't even Biss last phase. Here we go. What? I think I got golemed. Unlucky. Lord Valcom, hello, hello? No, we aren't on hardcore anymore. We don't have to delete. I just rerolled Rogue and got Dark Matter, your first Algalon kill. Huge. Awesome. Congratulations. Okay, prediction. Will comets drop? Comets trail. Okay, prediction's up. I'll close it when Algalon dies.
Maybe we can rig the systems to interfere with his analysis.
Translocation complete.
Baroness Bane. What is this? Tank gun? Defense dodge hit?
Stand back, mortals. I'm not here to fight you.
Oh, I'm missing a food buff right now.
It is in the
Any
universe's
feast
best
down?
interest to re-originate this planet should my analysis finds systemic corruption. Do not.
There's Fish Feast. Nice. I was about to use my own food.
To the Archivum and see if I can chance
0 Blade Twisters in Guild since release, and I'm not even prio on it. Yikes. That's unfortunate. Mehmet Ibra.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your actions are
Okay.
difficult.
Here we go. Time for Algabong.
This encounter have been calculated. The Pantheon will receive the observer's message regardless of outcome. See your world through my eyes, a universe so vast as to be immeasurable,
5, 4,
incomprehensible
3,
even to your
2,
greatest minds.
1.
Good. Decent opener. I was a little slow on the movement, I think. I was out of range for a moment.
The stars come to my aid.
Right leg.
Watch your step.
Right leg. Left leg.
Watch your step.
Right leg. Forgot to vanish earlier. I got distracted by all the goddamn stars. Jeez.
Watch your step.
Stay right leg. We had someone out of position.
Find
Witness the
shelter.
fury of the cosmos. Loss of life unavoidable.
Watch your step.
Yeah, so basically what happened is there was the melee strategy is moving left to right leg, and if you have a range DPS or a healer or just anyone who's close to the boss and not stacked with the melee, it fucks up the melees because it potentially spawns a cosmic smash in a that's what happened. Like, normally whenever cosmic smash spawns, the melee just go to the opposite leg. But if there is a smash there already, which is what happened, that it's yikes. Yeah, I think the melee movement was good right up until the end, where we had someone else like spawn a cosmic in the opposite leg that the melees were currently at. Any food buff? There's one. There we go. Yeah, there's a whole post on the Discord about the math for surviving Big Bang. You can look in the index channel. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. And it's different on 10 and 25.
5, 4,
Okay.
3,
We go again.
1.
Your actions are illogical. All
Five,
possible results
4,
for this encounter
3,
have been calculated.
1.
The Pantheon will receive the observer's message regardless of outcome.
Stay on him. There we go. That was better. We didn't have any, like, gaps in our uptime like we did the first time.
Come to my aid.
I think my feint actually did not, right, like, did not mitigate any of that damage. I think it was a moment too late.
Watch your step.
Left leg. Looking for this other star. Trying to...
Watch your step.
Right leg.
Find
Witness the
shelter.
fury of the cosmos.
Immediately start right leg.
Watch your step.
Left leg.
I do what I must.
That's a wiper.
Loss of life unavoidable.
Alright, well, we're the raid leaders are upset. We're going from 4 healers, we're going up to 5 healers now.
Watch your step.
I do
We're not fucking around with this bullshit anymore. Time to 5 heal. Is this GDKP? Yes, it is. Flexen says, time for classic Simon, left foot, right foot. Yeah, we're playing left foot, right foot. And you know what happened on the first attempt? We were on the right foot, and someone else was standing on the left foot, and then a Cosmic Smash went out, and I said, stay right foot, but some of the melees just still moved to the left, and then fucking died. What's the hardest class in the game? I don't know. I play Assassination Rogue. I'm not involved with classes that are difficult to play. Nice, we got rezzed. Okay, people very, people are very upset about wiping on this twice. I think we had someone die to Black Hole, or die to Big Bang on that attempt. On the second attempt. Hand Shaman probably highest in progression / speed, tougher rotation, and terrible survivability. Yeah, turns out not having defensive abilities is actually pretty relevant. Is Shamanistic Rage a defensive? I don't even know.
5, 4,
Trix tank.
2, 1.
Your actions are illogical.
Okay.
Possible results
4,
for this encounter
3,
have been calculated.
1.
The Pantheon
Some very strong words were used over voice chat. That's what I can say. And this is yet another situation where I am thankful that I am not streaming raid comms.
The stars come to my aid.
People being a little bit toxic. And that's not what I'm about here.
Watch your step.
Right, like... This guy's standing kind of close to the melee clump. Could cause a problem.
Watch your step.
Left leg. Could have vanished earlier. Whatever. Waiting for the next DSAC call, and I'll hit another feint.
Watch your step.
Right leg. Feint was not timed properly.
Find
The
shelter.
fury of the cosmos.
Melee start left leg.
Watch your step.
Right leg. Okay, looking good.
Watch your step.
Left leg. Another star exploding soon. They called for a cooldown. Whenever they call for a cooldown on voice chat is when I press my feints.
Watch your step.
Right leg. Also press my feints like right before a cosmic goes out. If it's available. Just try to keep making good use of it. I don't think there's any more stars, actually. No, there's one more. 100k health.
Find
The
shelter.
fury of the cosmos.
Melee start left leg.
Watch your step.
Right leg. Kind of close to this one, so we feint it.
Watch your step.
Left leg.
Behold the tools of creation.
Watch your step.
Right leg. Someone just got yeeted into the air.
Find
The
shelter.
fury of the cosmos.
Melee start left leg.
Watch your step.
Unavoidable.
Don't know why that happens like that. I shouldn't have any threat, and the... Okay. What dropped? Bulwark, Star Watcher's Bindings, Pharaoh's Gloves, Reply Code. No Comet's Trail, no Solar Bindings either. I mean, like, the one person that soaks it should have a whole bunch of threat still, because they never dropped their threat. And then, like, everyone who goes into the black hole should have their threat reset, and then the tank taunts it. So, like, even if I mutilate before the tank taunts, the player who soaked the black hole, or sorry, the Big Bang, should still have, like, hundreds of thousands of threat. And, like, it shouldn't be an issue.
Had they all held within them your tenacity? Had they all loved life as you do? Perhaps it is your imperfection, that which grants you free will, that allows you to persevere against all cosmically calculated odds. You prevail where the Titan's own perfect creations have failed.
Still bidding up. This is the reply code going out right now. That's way more than I can spend on the reply code.
Reply code. Your planet will be spared. I cannot be certain of my own calculation.
I have no idea about a phase punch, closest melee, if highest threat target. I have no idea about a mechanic like that.
Hurry. Find a place of power close to the skies.
A little bit behind here. Cloak of Shadows. I didn't actually get hit by anything.
If the signal is not transmitted in time, reorigination will proceed regardless. Save your world.
Posting a couple more loot items in chat. Quartz studded harness, no. Thunderfall totem, no. Soot covered mantle, no. Where's the Mechanist binding? Dude, we're never gonna get a bracer upgrade on this fucking character. We're gonna have to go to Naxxramas and do a makes and a run to get a Sinner's binding to upgrade this goddamn bracer. Big Bang, he targets the Big Bang Soaker. If it's a priest, they will probably fade next target. Fade isn't a complete threat drop, though. It's just like a threat reduction? Or am I understanding that wrong? Oh, Raim, how's it going? Dude, the bracers... Look. Yellow Tonka, listen. The bracers just don't drop. Temporary complete drop. Okay, I didn't think that's how Fade worked.
Five,
Stealthing.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Whether the world's
Death Grip.
greatest Naxx or the world's greatest heroes, you're still only mortal.
Once the melees are all already on it, it's like, do you really want to Death Grip it?
Damage.
I don't think so. Okay. Time to blast. Had kind of a scuffed opener. They were saying Death Grip, Death Grip, Death Grip on voice chat, so I didn't, like, run all the way to the opposite side of the room because I was expecting it to be Death Gripped, and it just didn't get Death Gripped. No Stealth, gifting a tier 1 sub to Yellow Tonka. Thank you very much for the gifted sub, No Stealth, and congratulations, Yellow Tonka. Oopsies, that was supposed to be an Envenom, not a Mutilate. Whatever. It's fine. No opportunity for a double there. Just holding my tricks in case there's ever a double rune, and then I can give my Warlock tricks of the trade during the potential double rune time, and then that'll be hype. Rune of Death, that's good. I think I gave him the opportunity. I'm not sure if there was much time for the overlap. Fuck. Okay, we wipe. Go again.
Secrets of Ulduar, so terrible and weak.
Yikes. If 4 set T8 is your best gear, should I ever rupture as Assassin? I mean, you could, or you could not, and it really wouldn't matter. Frankly, I wouldn't fucking bother. I'll cop a quick little repair right here.
Time is money, friend. Keep it real.
Okay, what are we hoping for on Iron Council? Intruders. We're hoping for a shoulder pads of the Intruder. Let's put up a prediction for that. Will shoulder pads of the Intruder drop? Our prediction. Can you trick Snapshot Corruption through phases and it counts as Warlock damage like on Thorim? I'm not sure. That's a problem with Warcraft logs. What I'm trying to do with Tricks of the Trade is make it so my Warlock is standing in 2 Rune of Powers at the same time, and I give him the Tricks of the Trade. So he can scoop the damage buff from 2 Rune of Powers and the Tricks of the Trade for the biggest corruption possible. Whether or not Warcraft logs can detect the Tricks of the Trade or not, so you can cheese or not cheese your log, I just don't give a fuck about it. I think Warcraft logs parsing is just kind of a clown show, and I do not keep up with the specifics of how you can cheese their system or what counts or what doesn't count in their system.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nothing short of total decimation.
Good, much better opener this time. We're in the rune. But we're out of melee range. Now we're in the rune and in melee range. That's ideal, really. Kick, because didn't look like any of the other people were going to do it. Kind of cringe. Don't worry, I'll give you tricks again on the next one. My Warlock said they missed it. That was a double opportunity. I was a little slow on the tricks of the trade, but they said they didn't get the thing anyways. But it could happen again. Ah, no. Rune faded. The Rune of Power. Popping Lust and going. We're using this rune. Kill the boss. Yo, someone gave me Unholy Frenzy. It's actually, like, not a very good thing to give to a Assassination Rogue. But I will use it. Assassination Rogue is like 55 to 60% magical damage. That doesn't get buffed by Unholy Frenzy.
Seek the secrets of Ulduar, then take them!
Oh my god, killed the boss. Nope.
Seek the secrets of Ulduar, then take them!
Nope.
A hindrance! Fatality. You seek the secrets of Ulduar, then take them! Such a hindrance!
Unlucky. Hello, Simon Eyes. Quick question. Is it true in Phase 3 and Phase 4, Axe Rogue is going to pop off? The best available weapons for combat happen to be axes. If you can get your hands on those are the ones you want to use, and then you want to spec hack and slash. But if you don't get your hands on those weapons, you'll be using something else as your, you know, best DPS weapons. Gloves of the Steady Hand at 32,000 right here. Yeah, Unholy Frenzy on a physical DPS class could have done it. If my Warlock actually got the double rune snapshot, that could have been it. It was this close. It was this close on that one. Re-up our food buff. Just refresh some poisons or whatever. Do we need to? Nah, we got 12 minutes. We can chill. If you want to know about races, you could go on the Discord or Control are both very good. But if you want specific comparisons, it depends on how long you're fighting for and what phase of gear you're in. And, like, are you talking about a literally just single target DPS situation or maybe multi-target? But there's charts on the Discord to figure that out. Index channel, what race is best for rogue? That's the topic you're looking for. Rune of Power is up. Too far from the... Okay, there we go. We're good. We're good. Maximizing uptime on this is actually so difficult because, like, it moves so much. Okay, no opportunity for a double there. You just chose not to cast the ability. Such is life. Here's one. Trying to be far away from the Rune of Death. Or, sorry, Rune of Power. Did I cancel too quickly? No. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I got it. I don't know if the Warlock got it, but I got my Tricks of the Trade on the Warlock at the appropriate time. So I know that that's good.
The legacy of storms shall not be undone.
Okay.
You seek the secrets of Ulduar, then take them.
Big pumping. Other tricks on the Warlock. He can do Drain Soul. Be a heal. It's fine. First tank death. Okay, prediction. Closing prediction. Oh. We stood still. What dropped, though? Rapture, Belt of Colossal Rage looks like the hard mode loot. Steelbreaker's Embrace, Archivum Data Disk, Rapture. No Intruders. Unlucky. Okay. Missed full... Wait, was I not in... Which rune? The final rune for Steelbreaker? Was I not in that one? Yikes. Well, I got the good Tricks of the Trade, okay? That's what was... Okay, well... The Tricks of the Trade was sweet. And I'm just coping now. Rotunda, how's it going? It's Kologarn time. Time for Blade Flurry Assassination build. Well, I wasn't in it at all, yikes. Let's see, I could make the weak aura be like, if anyone in the raid has this debuff, and you don't have this debuff, then display the warning. That's a good way to set it up. Because I don't want it to blast a warning when, like, there isn't even a Rune of Power down, right? I think, generally... The Blade Flurry Assassination build is pretty good here, but I think just a straight combat build with a Fan of Knives glyph is consistently better, I would say. Rotundus is tired as always, but you finally got Pendulum. Congratulations. That's a good one for sure.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, I think we're gonna beat the warrior. Pretty sure we're gonna beat the warrior, no problem.
I will squeeze the life from you.
Swap into right arm. Back to body. Fix the trade on my warlock buddy. Just spent 20 energy on a feint.
I will squeeze the life from you. Just a scratch.
Okay. Fix warlock. Big Venom. Damn, fell off. We want focus damage on the left arm. Boom. There we are. Simon pushed me, says Weeb Commander. Look, look, if people think I'm pushing warriors off of the platform on Kologarn, I think that'd be actually pretty good for my public image. Got ZG Tiger on your assassination rogue? Hell yeah! Congratulations. Very lucky. Blade Flurry up. I'm blasting off right here. Sure. Okay, we're doing a cringe parse strat. And I might not have Blade Flurry available. I think I'm not going to have Blade Flurry available in time. Yeah. "20 seconds. Yeah, we're just switching spec because I'm not going to have Blade Flurry ready. So we'll just take Hunger for Blood instead.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Some things are better left alone.
Good. Oh, I got parried. It moved behind sooner. Hold our Vanish for this first fear. Perfect. Banished the fear. Stack to soak the effect. Fix the warlock. We have human racial for the next fear.
Fear incoming. Interrupt.
Got it instantly.
Stun.
Cold blood off cooldown. Use it. Not too bad. Got it. I got it. I think we're just gonna wait 50 seconds. You know what? I think I could do this differently and not use the potion cooldown. Let's think about this a little bit. We do have our Invis potion, but what if I vanished and stealth past this, and then I Invis boot past the second part? Yeah, the first pack will sometimes detect you. I'm not interested in an inconsistent strategy. I want to make if my group's relying on me to do Mimiron trash skip, I do not want to have some fucking strategy that has a 90% success rate. Okay, so now my plan is we're going to do it a little differently than I've done before. I want to boot plus, let's see, sprint plus boot. I think we got it done without... I don't know if I'm far... Oh, I'm going to die to the Soul Stone. But I have the Soul Stone. I'm actually not fast enough here. Am I fast enough? Oh, dear God. We're fast enough. Ah, ha, 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 ha. We got it. Okay. We did it without a potion that time. That's kind of hype. Didn't really, I mean, maybe I just practice it more, but pretty good. Pharaoh's Gloves going for 65k. I was kind of thinking about it before, and I was like, I think you could get this done like this without using a potion. I know when I've tried to stealth past the first pack, sometimes they will detect me. And then I need to burn Vanish there anyways. I would much rather, like, preemptively burn Vanish and not, like, risk getting one-shot by a bunch of melee attacks if I got detected. Because, like, when I Vanish, like, you get insanely big boost to your stealth. I think I could hold the sprint and activate the sprint at the same time as I activate Cloak of Shadows. Yeah, that's Engineering Gnomish Cloaking Device. 1 hour cooldown, 10 seconds of invisibility. The potion only gives you 15 seconds. Do they share cooldown? No. The reason you wouldn't want to use a potion is because the invisibility potion puts all your other potions on a 10-minute cooldown, which means you don't get potion of speed for the next boss, basically. But the invisibility potion is like a great strategy. It's very consistent. Very, very consistent. Very easy to execute. That's why I didn't really worry about it. Trying to improvise it to make it not use a potion. Any good drops? Actually, nothing good has dropped for us so far. We're hoping for Embrace of the Gladiator off of Thorim. Drape of Icy Intent off of Hodir. Dude, I did it without a potion this time. Yeah. I mean, I was really close to using the Soul Stone, but, you know, didn't actually use it. Yeah, they're claiming that they're summoning me, but I haven't seen a summon pop up on my screen yet. That's embarrassing. Okay, pulling Mimiron.
We haven't much time, friends. You're going
Listen, I've heard some other GDKPs give a, you know, a pot bonus to the rogue who skips Mimiron, but, you know, that's just something I've heard.
owe it to me after the mess you made with the XT002.
Since I play sub for my guild on Algalon, I like to use sub to do this skip. Yep, then you have a preparation for extra sprint, extra vanish. This is like extra consistency. It's pretty good. Okay. What just sold for 45k? Star Watcher's Bindings. Alright, whatever. Do you remember to swap trinket? Yes, I'm back to the regular trinket. Good reminder, though. That's, you know, not always a thing that happens. Swapping boots or swapping trinket.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You will suffer for this trespass.
Fucking people just
Keep
not doing the mechanic. Fucking bullshit. It's okay, I'll just do all the frost freeze, flash freeze damage, and I'll do the Mimiron skip, and I'll do all the other things. There's a storm cloud on Darky, but I don't think I got it. Unlucky. Oh, there's a moonbeam right here, though. That's good.
find shelter.
The North consume you.
Step.
Oh, I gotta go here. Attacking from the front, but attacking with a moonbeam. I'll take it.
Find shelter.
Nope.
North consume you.
Fuck. F. Okay. Drape of Icy Intent, that's what we're looking for. Staff of Endless Winter, that's the hard mode loot. Okay, no Drape, unlucky. Don't worry, guys. Embrace will drop from Thorim. Will Embrace drop? Starting prediction. Guys, trust. It'll definitely drop for sure. Look, I only have Embrace of the Gladiator on 2 of my 3 rogues, you guys. Like, come on. Who doesn't have it on 3 out of 3 rogues already? Who has Valinir? I know Darky does, one of our paladin healers. I do not know if anyone else also has it. Darky received his Valinir in this raid. He won the bid for the first Valinir. Sorry, I know you asked that before, and I read it, and then I got distracted. If I miss your message in chat, it is totally okay to post it again. I pay attention to a whole lot of stuff while streaming, and, you know, some stuff just falls through the cracks, you know? Okay, let's see. After we get our Embrace from Thorim, we can get a Blade Twister from Freya. That would also be poggers. We could get Cunning Deception from Yogg. That's really more of a combat item. It's like a small upgrade for me here. Yeah, Cunning Deception would be a pretty small upgrade on Assassin, but a more reasonable item on the combat set. And, like, if you play honestly, in Ulduar, if you're speedrunning, like, you want to be playing both specs. Oh, Pendulum also. That's right. Pendulum's a pretty big item for Assassin. If you're speedrunning, if you're really trying to, like... Actually, not just speedrunning, but it's like... You want to have a set of gear for both combat and assassination. If you've got a good set of gear for both specs, you can change back and forth depending on the boss, depending on the situation, to, like, you know, it's favorable for one spec or the other. And certainly in speedrunning, where you're looking to max out your overall damage, you play, like, half the raid as Assassin and half the raid as combat. And looking at Trial of the Crusader bosses, it looks to me like there's definitely some that favor Assassin and definitely some that favor combat. Golem Shard or Kingsbane with Perilous Bite. What you're going to want to do is look at the charts on the Discord. There's a whole bunch of charts of weapon combinations. I don't know that kind of thing off the top of my head, which is why I just made a giant fucking chart of 1,000 different combinations. And you can check it out. It's actually not that hard to look through. If you follow what the bot command says. Smaller than normal? Yes.
4,
The raid frames are smaller than normal.
2, 1.
Interlopers, you more
Wait, do I have system sound?
I remember
There we go.
in the mountains.
There we go.
But you, what is this? Where am
Thorim, my lord. Why else would these invaders have come into your sanctum but to slay you?
Yeah, I mean, I have to reduce the size of the raid frames so there's more screen real estate to display the giant combat text numbers. I mean, that makes sense, right? Like, minimize all the other UI elements, make your damage numbers as big as possible.
impertinent whelps? You dare challenge me atop my pedestal? I will crush you myself.
Fix tank.
Lord Thorim, I will bring your foes a frigid death.
What the? That whirlwind clapped. Okay, we're not moving here.
Pathetic.
That chained. It's right on top of Biku here. I think we're kind of far to the right. Faint. We can live it. Easy. We just absorbed it entirely. Huge. Dude, we're getting every single lightning charge. It's faint. Oh my god. Fuck. This one. I had my feint at the wrong time. I didn't have a feint up for that. That was oof. Luckily we didn't die.
Stay your arm.
Okay.
I yield.
Whoopsies. Prediction.
You are not my beloved.
And submission.
Gone.
What's it gonna be?
Behold the hand behind all the evil that has befallen Ulduar, left my kingdom in ruins, corrupted my brother, and slain my wife. And now it falls to you,
Fate's
Templar,
clutch.
to avenge us all.
Yikes.
Task before you is great, but I will lend you my
That's a no embrace
aid.
raid.
You must prevail.
Okay. But don't worry, we'll just gamba on whether or not Blade Twister will drop or not. Okay, start prediction. Okay, people getting big mad over voice chat. They're getting, like, not just, like... They're not just, like, regular whining mad. They're, like, actual mad tone of voice at each other. Too many people dying. Okay, people just literally casting AoEs. Now we go. Let's see. We should... Why is my Shift V a fan of knives macro? What the hell? That's not correct. It needs to be a weapon swap. Spellblade, Bootblade, Fang. That's the one it needs to be. There. And then we need instant. And probably double instant for this. Okay. I'm too late to send you my positive energy. I got my Embrace of the Gladiator yesterday. Mr. Lee, congratulations. That's very cool. Don't worry, you can send positive energy about this Blade Twister. It'll be great. Twister's gonna drop, and then it probably won't even cost me very much gold.
This place will serve as your graveyard.
Okay. We're good. Wait, they're pulling this too? Okay. Waiting, waiting. There we go. There's a little buff they get, and it doesn't go away the very moment the Guardian dies. It goes away like a couple seconds after, and that's when you want to pop off with AoE. Difference between using a macro to swap weapons or equipment manager. I mean, you would access the equipment manager through a macro, like an equip set thing. I usually just use macros. Will also sell for 35k? I don't know. How much does Biku have? What does Biku already has double? What does Valter have? Valter's already got it too, boys. I think if this drops, I don't think it's going for 35k. Runeshaper's gloves, nope. Don't care about those. Rapture, don't care about that. Steelbreaker's embrace, no. Wait, amount. Okay, we're stealthing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Generally, we don't have too many people, like, just intentionally bidding people up in this run. That's not a common thing that happens here.
Your servant requires aid.
We just have, like, a lot of rich people. So, like, when there's an item that's desired by 2 people, it tends to go very high.
The swarm of the elements shall overtake you.
Run away.
Oh. That was not really done super cleanly.
Children, assist me!
Big stun. Not bad. It's actually pretty good.
Your servant requires aid.
If I get Nature's Fury, I don't have Cloak right now. Not for another 15 seconds.
Children, assist me!
Stun there.
Run away.
The elements shall overtake you.
Run away.
Yeah, I was in a beam a little bit. Damn. Unlucky. Yeah, it was Lasher, so I just kind of like went on top of the boss and didn't think too hard about it. Didn't see that the tank was actually like that side of the boss. Wait, there's a Lich Bloom in here. Oh well. I don't know where on the Discord I can find the trinket chart. Yep, Mr. Leet, you want to go into the index channel and find the topic that says trinket comparison chart. That's it. It's always, Mr. Leet, the answer is always go to the index channel at the top of the Discord. Look through the topics. You can even do like a Control F search through the topics if you can't be bothered to read through them. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dead. How big will Assassination T4, T10 4-piece be? I don't know, dude. Phase 4 is this is like many months away. I really have not given it a second thought. I just don't care to spend time on things that like aren't going to matter for many months. But if you'd like to, all those items are in the spreadsheet and in the simulator. You can go in the simulator and compare like non-4-piece sets to 4-piece gear sets and see how big a difference it is. You can find the simulator tools on my Discord. They're linked. Also, my spreadsheet is linked on the Discord. If you are interested in something like that, you're more than welcome to use the available tools to find it out. But I just don't, you know...
His hold on me dissipates.
End submission. Okay, what's it gonna be? It's fucking Dreambinder. Okay, so we've now missed on so many different items. Let's think about how many items we missed on. Mechanist Bindings didn't drop. There's nothing from XT. Intruders didn't drop. Comet's Trail didn't drop. Solar Bindings didn't drop. Drape of Icy Intent did not drop. Embrace of the Gladiator did not drop. Blade Twister did not drop. Mimiron drops nothing we need. Vezax is the next item that could even be potentially good. Sounds like a typical week of loot. Ay, ay, ay. Dude, I'm gonna become an unintentional leech, because literally nothing is gonna drop that's good for me. I mean, I'm kind of poor, so it's like, even if good stuff dropped, I might not have been able to afford it, but... Like, shit, what do you do when you're like, you need you know, like 10 different items and none of them drop? I do need the gold, that's for sure. Fish Feast. Let's go. I'm gonna try doing this as Blade Flurry build, actually. You main swap to... You mean Ret Paladin, Plexen? Do you mean Shadowmourne for Old Man Simon? We don't have any warriors here. Only Ret Paladin and Death Knight. Wait, but think about how many raids I could solo if I put the Shadowmourne on my Death Knight. I would get... I don't know which class is better at soloing. Let's see, we got some assignments. Okay. The person that's going to be kiting the assault bots in phase 3 is Stump DK, so we set them as focus.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Self-destruct sequence initiated. This area will self-destruct
Now
in 10
why would you
minutes.
go and do something like that? Didn't you see the sign that said, "Do not push this button"? How will we finish testing with the self-destruct mechanism active?
Fuck, he moves so fast. Kind of a rip on my Blade Flurry, so I was out of melee range for part of that.
Run out.
I was a little slow getting out, so I used my boot. Okay. Here we go. Looking good. Oop, there's the fire.
Wonderful! Positively marvelous results! Hull integrity at 98.9%!
Got 28 seconds. We'll have our Blade Flurry nicely ready for next phase here. Also, we can use this time to put Deadly Poison on the Fell Striker. And we can re-up the instant poison. Fuck, I have to move.
This area will self-destruct in
We'll get that during the next phase transition.
The VX-001 Anti-Personnel Assault Cannon! You might want to take cover.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Keep moving. Watch your step.
We got a Venom. Yeah, okay, one more in Venom at the end. That was nice. Okay. Now we can do...
Thank you, friends. Your efforts have yielded some fantastic data.
Okay.
Now,
We're
where
good.
did I put... Oh, no, there it is. Now, Isn't it beautiful? I call it the Magnificent Aerial Command Unit.
This area will self-destruct in 6 minutes.
That was good, damn. We can't get at that assault bot right now. But there's going to be another one spawning. We can just go over here.
You can do better than that.
I don't think he saw that one coming for him.
5,
I tricks it into him like I was supposed to. Okay, little drunk bots. Okay.
Preliminary testing phase complete. Now comes the true test.
We got all trinkets available. We got Blade Flurry in 35 seconds. So this trinkets aren't going to sync up with the Blade Flurry, but such is life.
Gaze upon its magnificence. Bask in its glorious... glory. I present you with... VO7TRON.
will self-destruct in 4 minutes.
Watch your step.
Here's the Blade Flurry.
Watch your step. Keep moving. Watch your step. Run out.
Nice. That's good Blade Flurry, I think.
Watch your step.
This area will self-destruct in 3 minutes. Self-destruct sequence terminated. Override code
Not bad.
8905.
I'd say that's the way to go. Blade Flurry on that boss.
A slight miscalculation. I allowed my mind to be corrupted.
We need Fan of Knives instead of Slice and Dice.
Directive. All systems seem to be functional now. Clear.
Delirium's Touch. Blade Twister. What about Will Pendulum Drop? Start prediction. There we go. What glyph slot? Oh, the lesser glyph? Yeah, who cares about those? Re-up poisons here. Roger that.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pretty big dam, I'd say. Stealth and unstealth, re-trigger our overkill buff. Fucking noobs. What did they probably only dealt like 40,000 DPS. Whoa, did they lose on the meter? Okay, who has a VOD so I can ban them from my channel? They just told me that last week when I wasn't playing with this group because it was Easter, that they did a perfect double pull, and none of the rogues in the raid had an AoE spec or AoE weapons, and they lost on the damage meter. They didn't even top the meter. Embarrassing. So I tried to get their names so I could just ban them from my channel. So is this going to be a double or a triple this week? What? Dude, 2 weeks ago we did a clean 2-pull, and you just said last week we did a clean 2-pull. there's only double is what you're saying. Yikes, dude. Only double pulling. Dude, we're never gonna do 100,000 DPS. I swear to God. I mean, if we did a triple pull, we'd get 100,000 DPS.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Banishing for safety, not really for the energy generation. Almost dead. Fucking banished elementals. Cringe. Don't make promises you aren't gonna keep. Okay. I'd pay you 3K to do that, weeb. Just like you paid me 3K to expose those weeks? The warrior in the raid just said that he might need to use a prot spec for Shockwave if we do a triple pull. And I was like, yeah, I'd pay you 3K to do that, just like you used to pay me 3K to expose armor when it was his turn to sunder. Yeah, imagine being able to do 60 to 80,000 DPS on a pull and be like, nah, I can't be bothered to farm Fell Striker. Instead, I'm going to do 20,000 DPS on that pull. Insane. Look at that absolute dominance I just demonstrated. Oops, we kind of got knocked in, like, the exactly direction we weren't supposed to. Okay, no more Blade Flurry build. We want Hunger for Blood build now. Yeah, we had everything. Everything was the way it should be. I wonder what we peaked at during Blade Flurry. I know I cast a Cloak of Shadows during the Blade Flurry, which means that's one less global of Fan of Knives during Blade Flurry, but I was afraid of dying, so I didn't want to die. Use anything else than Fell Striker is Fell Striker with Deadly Poison as the offhand, and Titan Steel Spellblade with Instant Poison as the main hand. And then we were using our Blade Flurry build. 45 into Assassin. That's with Fan of Knives, Blade Flurry, Mutilate, Glyphs. I think this was that pull, or was it this one? This is the one. Yeah, it got strung out into, like, a couple, like, small things at the end, but, like, look at that. Let's see, Cud and Biku are the only ones who dealt even half as much damage as me. They're just slightly over half my damage output, and these guys all, like, less than half. Everyone else in the raid, less than half. Dude, that pull is fucking insane. I love it. Okay, we are kick 3. So we do have to pay attention. Never mind, I was just told that I don't have to worry about it by the person who's the primary kick assignment. That's something I love to hear. Okay, almost time.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your destruction will herald a new age of suffering.
Interrupt
What
1.
the hell is going on with this boss positioning?
Interrupt 2. Interrupt 3. Interrupt 1. Interrupt 2. Interrupt 3.
Okay.
Interrupt 1. Interrupt 2. Interrupt 3. Interrupt 1. Interrupt 2.
What a wonderfully designed boss, you guys.
Interrupt.
We're just
3.
gonna completely ass blast it for like 2 minutes. And then we're gonna AFK.
Interrupt 2. Interrupt 3.
I wonder
1. Interrupt 2.
if we get him down quick enough, can I actually AFK during the boss and take like a bio break?
Interrupt 1.
See, we'll see how quickly we drop him to
Interrupt
5%.
2.
The Pogo meter is one of the greatest weak ores of all time. All it does is tell you if your crit RNG is above or below average. It provides no useful information for making gameplay decisions, but it makes explosion graphics if you're critting much more frequently than expected.
Interrupt 1.
If you're getting lucky, basically.
Interrupt 2. Interrupt 3. Interrupt 1. Interrupt 2. Interrupt 3. Interrupt 1. Interrupt 2. Interrupt 3. Interrupt 1. Interrupt 2.
Do I have the attack speed metagem? No.
Interrupt 3.
You can see all the gear I use there. With the gems and
Interrupt
enchants
1.
and everything.
Defiance.
Interrupt 2.
Just got shadow crashed.
Courses through me.
I think
Interrupt
we're
3.
okay.
Unstoppable.
Interrupt 1.
Okay, well, whatever.
Interrupt 2. Interrupt 3. Interrupt 1. Interrupt 2. Interrupt 3.
Now we chill for 25 more seconds.
Interrupt 1. Interrupt 2.
I'm gonna close the prediction pretty soon here.
Interrupt 3.
Prediction on whether pendulum drops or not. Closing in
Interrupt
5,
1.
4, 3, 2,
Interrupt 2.
1. Ends mission. Okay.
The black blood of your
Tricks the tank.
Interrupt 3. Begin. Interrupt 1. Interrupt 2. Interrupt 3. Interrupt 1. Interrupt 2. Interrupt 3.
Range DPS griefing themselves with their Shadow Crash positioning, it sounds like, based on what I'm hearing from voice chat.
Interrupt 3. Interrupt 1.
I think they're standing like too close together and getting like a bunch of people hit by Shadow Crash that shouldn't be hit by Shadow Crash. I don't know. I'm not too worried about what the range do or don't do.
Interrupt 1. Interrupt 2. Interrupt 3.
Thought I was gonna...
Interrupt 1. Interrupt 2. Interrupt 3. Interrupt 1. Interrupt 2. Interrupt 3.
Good. Why didn't my kick work?
Interrupt 1.
Big pog damage.
Interrupt 2.
Stomp DK is not dead. Okay.
Interrupt 3.
Flare. It's not pendulum. No pendulum. Menarch coming in with a tier 1. 6 months of support. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the stream. This flare going up to 60k immediately. Pretty good. I mean, what's the last thing? I mean, there's leg guards of Cunning Deception. Pretty good for a combat set, but they're not that big of a deal. $65. We'll put a prediction out on the... Oh, wait, we could get Blood also? Blood of the Old God would be way better than Runestone for the Assassin set. And it'd be a little bit better than Pyrite for the combat set. I mean, it's basically the same item as Pyrite, just higher eye level. It has more hit rating and a little more attack power on the proc. Will Leggings of Cunning Deception drop? just call it Cunning Deception. I'm not sure if they're leggings or leg guards or whatever. Pog damage. Okay. Witcher 117 coming in. Tier 1 subscription. 2 months of support. Just take it. Damn it. Well, thank you. Thank you for your support. I will take it. Thank you. I appreciate you. Look, we're going to turn into a Portal 3, which is right here. And on my weak aura, I think that's a different number. Lift view, gravity bomb, this one. Yeah, it's number 9 on my weak aura. $87,000 for the flare. Okay, so we missed on Mechanist Bindings, Solar Bindings, Comet's Trail, Shoulder Pads of the Intruder, Drape of Icy Intent, Embrace of the Gladiator, Blade Twister, Pendulum of Infinity. 8 potential upgrades so far that could have dropped, have not dropped. And this last boss has 2 more items that would potentially be upgrades. But it's like, shit, man, we're just going to be an unintentional leech. Predictions up for whether or not the leg guards of Cunning Deception will drop. Is it worth it to play Assassination Rogue in Wrath of the Lich King, not Classic? Sociopath? 1, read the bot command. I can't tell you what's worth it for you to do or not. And 2, I don't know what kind of Wrath of the Lich King you'd be playing that's not Classic. So I'm sorry, I can't help you. Yeah, the gold distribution... Oh, hang on, this is a little bit loud. That's a little better. Yeah, I'm not concerned with what goes on private servers. I don't know how they're coded differently. They're probably pretty similar, but it's just not my cup of tea. But you gotta understand that a question of, is it worth it to play X? Like, fuck, man, I can't tell you what's worth it for you or not. Like the bot command says, different people prioritize different things in the game. They enjoy different things. They consider different, magnitudes of, like, performance and, important or not important. I can't tell you what's worth it for you. The flare went for 87,000 EE-Gal. I mean, if you're asking me about the meta for Warmain, I just don't know. I don't play on private servers. Do they distribute the gold equally? Yeah. So, I mean, everyone... The host gets a larger percentage, and then everyone else just gets an equal cut. I mean, it's not my fault that nothing dropped that I need. I mean, like, this is even a character that needs a lot of items. It's not like I'm coming in on a character that needs, like, 2 items. Yeah, absolutely. Every GDKP leader can be a little bit different, set up their raid a little differently, but, like, typically, you're not going to be punished if nothing good for you even drops. Hang on. I got a Tricks to Hail in the final phase. That how his name is actually spelled here. Yes. Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, like, if the legs do drop, we're probably not going that hard on them. Just because they're actually just not that significant of an item. They're, like, pretty good for combat, and then they're, like, very minor for assassin. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Really wish something like Blade Twister or either of the bracers would have dropped. That would have been great. We got a quick break going on here. Let's double check our buffs. We probably need a refresh on these paladin buffs. I don't know why I have a Blessing of Wisdom, but, you know, doesn't hurt anything. Yeah, right now I've got 36,000. So, yeah, we've had a lot of good caster items bid for, you know, between 50 to 100k. Like, a lot of the caster items gone really high. We had the boots. With boots off of Flame Leviathan. We had Flare of the Heavens. I think we had something else that was good. Staff from Hodir for 30k. I think.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we're going. We're going. 20-second pull timer. Let's roll. Might need a refresh on Kings. It's got 6 minutes. On Rogues. Thank you.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't think I actually want to be stealthed here. I just want to get into position faster.
Focus your anger and hatred on his minions. Yes, show them no mercy. Give no pause to your attacks. Let hatred and rage guide your blows. Show them no mercy. Give no pause to your attacks.
Get a kick there.
Let hatred and rage
Didn't get the Envenom off. The end. Venom. Or Faint, then Envenom. Screwed that one up too. I should have switched to next target. Looking for the next spawn. Cloak. Ooh, I was late with the cloak. Big hit. Okay. go. Okay. This is 0 lights, by the way, guys. We do 0 lights in this group. Zitch says, how are you, Simon? Good. I'm having a good day. We did a long stream so far. We did some leveling on classic hardcore. Got up to level 11.
Target you.
I ran into square. Raptor over here. What do we got? 25 seconds. Okay, we gotta get to our portal position. It's right about here.
Madness will consume you.
Tremble, mortals, before the coming of the end.
Bad news, sire. The clans are united under Black Hand in this assault. They will stand together until Stormwind has fallen. Gul'dan is bringing up his warlocks by nightfall. Until then, Blackrock
Okay.
will try to take the eastern wall.
Any professions on the hardcore character? Yeah, herbalism and alchemy I'm going with. Due to the no trading restriction, I really wanted to be able to access a lot of health potions, so I thought that was good. And it gives me Swift Thistle for a Thistle Tea.
Tremble, mortals, before the coming of the end.
I'm gonna chill here a little bit longer, then move over to our brain portal.
Madness will consume you.
Sanity's getting kind of low. Need to be careful with these brain things.
That terrible glow. Should that be?
Okay.
To be as it must. Yes. It is a
Okay. We don't really have a lot of room to, our sanity's kind of low. I mean, we did, you know, that was our fucking fault. We did literally run into a malady. Dude, these people running out, it's like, yikes. Like, you gotta commit. Okay. Lost time. Don't worry, we'll take 4 sanity per lunatic gaze, and that's it, and it'll be fine. Oh, I took 8 on that one. I was too slow. It's okay. Good. Good. We're extra good, you guys. It's fine. It's totally fine, you guys. 8 sanity, don't worry about it. We're not gonna get mind controlled. See? See what I told you? Oh, what's the prediction? Hang on. Prediction and submission. Oh! Oh! It's there. Hunting Deception dropped, and a frag, and a Mimiron's head. Okay, okay. One item that is, like, not even that big of a deal, but we'll see what it goes for, see if we can buy it for a reasonable price. $25,000 for Mimiron's head, 30,000. Pass at 30,000. This mount's just cheap now. What was it for? I got that though. We were predicting on whether or not Leggings of Cunning Deception would drop. And it was of 10 potential upgrades that could have dropped for us tonight. Cunning Deception is the only one that dropped. $35, it's literally, we're out. 40, we literally can't afford it anymore. Can't even bid on it if we wanted to, which we wouldn't even want to spend 35,000 gold on that. I mean, this guy just opened up with 25, so. $69,000? 65, 69. No, minimum's only 5k. They could have started it at 5k. 75k from Valter. Valter pushed me up really high on like the intruder shoulders the other week. Like, he's got money to spend on the items he wants. And he's, as far as I know, he's full-time combat. I don't know if he's just doing combat for this raid or what, but like. So, like, those are always good for him. This might be the most expensive item sold all night. Eldronus is, Feral Druid. Yo, we got some... Let's see if there's logs. Simonized 2. I'm checking to see 99,000 for the legs. Check in to see what the most recent April 16th. That's today. The logs are already up. Okay, putting the logs in chat here. Encounters. Encounter ID exclamation mark equals 744. That will filter out, if I spelled it right, it'll filter out Flame Leviathan. Peachy Vegan just destroying. Biku got me by a small margin there on encounter damage. Good. Encounters and trash. And oh wait, well, Biku got me on encounter and trash also, dude. That's crazy. I thought surely with my AoE pull I would have trucked. Wait, Salvage Demolisher is still in here. Encounter ID. Why does it have Salvage Demolisher damage? What? Oh, I did Mimiron skip. That's right. I was out for quite a while. Okay. That's true. That's true. Alright, Ignis. Crushing it. Razorscale boss damage. Me and Biku, and then Peachy Vegan gapped us. XT Deconstructor. Weeb Commander, owning. He did 1.68 million to the Deconstructor. He also did damage to Life Sparks. And Heart. Whereas me and Biku did basically nothing to Life Sparks. Way more boss damage. Heart. He did more heart damage than us also. Crazy. Okay. XT Algalon. Wait, is this even the full raid yet? It's only up to Hodir for some reason. I don't know why that's the case. Algalon, Peachy Vegan, Biku, and Simonize. Always at the top of the meter. Now let's refresh. It's still only up to Hodir, even after we refresh. Iron Council, looking good. Peachy Vegan with the huge snapshot. Let's look at our tricks damage. Yeah, our tricks of the trade was 72,000 damage on that fight. An additional 395 DPS. That's pretty hype. Kologarn. Damn, where's Weeb Commander? How many attacks did he get? Not very many. He was trying to, he fell off. It happens. I mean, you gotta go for the optimal position, and sometimes you don't have the optimal position. Or Riaya. Riaya, Hodir. Biku, Simonize. Oh, this is Hodir, so it automatically sucks. Let's see. If we have another log, we would look for one of the later boss kills. Here we go. This log will have the rest of it. Encounters. This log should have everything. Encounter ID, exclamation point equals 744. Okay. Here we go. Okay. I like this meter even more. Thorim. We did big Thorim damage. Okay. Freya. Not as big of damage on Freya. Did we die? Yeah, we died on Freya. That's right. That's right. Okay. Mimiron with the Blade Flurry build. We got a lot of activations of Blade Flurry. Only one that actually caused cleaving in the final, final phase. Oh shit, we're getting paid. 20,000 gold. 20,000. Easy. Easy 20,000 gold, you guys. Easiest 20,000 gold of my fucking life. Raid Ulduar for 2 hours. You got any gold farms in the game that generate 10,000 gold per hour? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, Visa? Oh, yeah. And MasterCard? Yeah, probably the gold per hour using those is actually a little bit higher. You're probably right about that. Okay, Mimiron, General Vezax. Were we at least we were the top melee damage. That's all I can ask for on Vezax. And Yoggi did pretty good, I'd say. Okay, but now the most important pull of the entire night. Proximity Mine, Faceless Horror, this pull? That's the one. Let's go to about 40-second duration. Where is my Blade Flurry? Okay, my DPS during this segment, this is where I cast Cloak of Shadows and didn't get a Fan of Knives. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 Fan of Knives during the Blade Flurry for a total of 85,000 DPS over this 15-second period. Not quite 100,000. Unlucky. You click on Encounters/Ranks. Let me see. Encounters, Rankings. Average 85 on bosses. 94, 92, 91. And most people doing pretty good, I'd say. Did I have Unholy Frenzy on that pull? Let's back it up. I think it would... does it actually factor out on trash, or do they only care about that on bosses? Yeah, it looks like... I mean, he put it on someone. Either me or Biku. And look at my buffs. No. No. Maybe I have to reset the zoom. All sources, buffs, all abilities. Who gets the Unholy Frenzy? Okay, yeah, it was on me. From 12 seconds to 42 seconds. Yeah, that's basically perfect coverage. I don't think I got Focus Magic. But the Unholy Frenzy, yeah, that's there. That's a big deal on that damage. So let's look at the damage breakdown. What we're looking at, roughly the first 40 seconds. Damage breakdown is main hand Fan of Knives, 307 hits, offhand Fan of Knives. That accounts for 759,000 damage from the physical. The instant poison and deadly poison amounts to 446,000. Then we had a sapper for 32. Whatever. So it's still majorly physical, and the melee DPS... I probably wasn't even auto-attacking if I only got 11 auto-attacks in. Which is a bit of an oopsie. Blade Flurry cloned a total of 402,000 damage. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright. This has got to be the nerdiest stream on Twitch, and I love it, Chintac. Well, I'm glad you like what I'm doing here. Okay, well, unlucky. The only item that dropped bid for way more gold than we could afford. And, you know, frankly, nothing, I mean, like, barely anything good dropped for us. But, we pumped, and they said they would try the triple pull next week because we did a clean double pull this week. I feel like they're lying to me because I think they've said that before. But we can hope. We can hope that they'll do the triple pull, and holy shit, if we can get a raid group to actually do the triple pull and actually live through it, it's just guaranteed over 100,000 DPS. That'll be insane. It'll be great. Anyways, that's all I've got for you guys today. I think, you can expect in the future, you know, a couple more streams that involve at least some hardcore classic leveling. I had actually a lot of fun doing that today. So thank you guys for being with me. I appreciate your support, everyone. All you hanging out, your kind words, your subscriptions, your views on the YouTube. I know this is the Twitch, but you know, whatever. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for supporting me in my endeavor to play video games for a living. Tamil says, "Hey Simon, love your stream. Your rogue info videos made me above average rogue, and can you make some demo lock videos, please?" Probably not, unfortunately. I tried to make a video in TBC about warlocks. I thought it was a good video. But it's just like, my audience does not expect, generally, you know, information about non-rogue classes. It's one of my worst viewed videos on YouTube. It's like, I don't really have the audience built up to expect that. So I try to stick to, like, general World of Warcraft content and rogue-specific content. Seems to be what works for me. So, let's go on Twitch and see if there's anyone else doing some World of Warcraft stuff that we could send a little raid to. Let's see who's on. Jordy is on, Blazing Bob is on, Bobka, Payo, Salvdali. In Just Chat, he's not doing World of Warcraft. Pummel, Savix, Def Camp, Soda Pop and playing Dark and Darker. Alright, what's Jordy up to? Been a minute since we hosted Jordy. Jordy's always doing something fucking cool. I mean, he's basically always doing Ulduar, to be honest. Let's go see what Jordy's up to. Thank you guys for being with me. It is my dinner time. I am going to go eat. I will send you guys over to Jordy. Looks like he's got a cool raid where maybe some actually good loot will drop, unlike our raid. So give him a good hello.
You're gonna paints up on the transition. Healers, make sure that you're soaking in phase 3. Troz, what's your gear look like? Are you geared? You're geared. Okay, never mind. We're good. Fanfit Totem, make sure you're using Nature Totem for me. Eternally is Soulstoning Duchesne, Yop on Khaled, DD kind of be part Abe on Toxic. Be part you're dispelling yourself, Zage, you're gonna back up to spell. I need good tricks on the pull here, and Pants you have Warrior Strike, right? Dude, fantastic. Alright. You should be good to go. Hello, sir. Hello. Oh, Simon Eyes raid. Hello, guys. Hello, welcome. Simon, how are you? How are you, Simon? How was your day? What have you been up to? Sorry, I missed the alert. I don't think it happened. I missed the alert. Plus 250 easy.